We're there. We're there.
Nice. Cool.
Right. Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hang on a minute. Let me unmute you.
Is this good? Are we ready?
You're not unmuted.
Oh no.
Ah. All right. There we go. Now you can speak. You're good.
Nice, cool. Back. Alright, let's get into it. First map, Team Speed Boost managed to get that win, and now we're going into the second one. Yoinkers have a pharmacy they've opted for, and a very mobile comp with the ball and the D.Va. Yeah, I mean, I think Team Speed Boost are also going to meet with an Echo Mercy of their own to try and get some of that vertical presence there. And they're both kind of just milling around the point while Yoinkers have it capped.
I mean, they're capping it now here. The Pandy on the Tracer just on point, and that is just about going to cap it. But the D.Va of Exu is going to get there in time to deny the cap, and it is capture progress still going in favor of Yoinkers until finally Team Speed Boost do get the cap, and the fight is still going on. However, Zuko going spamming the Valley down, and there goes the barrage. Does take down Pandy, but loses his life in the process. Sombra getting the hack onto the Echo, and now it's Johnny Scrims just beginning to cap point for Yoinkers.
I mean, yeah, Team Speed Boost are slowly getting those kills, you know, slowly getting more and more. And it looks like they're kind of holding this very strong now. They've got the picks, and now they're looking to regroup, while Yoinkers are going to come in with an EMP and a sound barrier of their own. Which they could use to get... there comes the EMP.
It's a massive EMP. It connects with 5 from Team Speed Boost. That's going to die a lot of ult charge there, but CF is getting so much value in the sky there against the Pharah. Meanwhile, Pandy in the backline causing a lot of issues, but GBD and Zuko are going to be once getting the kills. And it is now Yoinkers with the advantage on point.
Yeah, and they're coming in. Pandy here with the nade, looking to put it to use to try and guarantee that Team Speed Boost hold this cap. He's contesting, you know, the time is ticking up, but the hack manages to take him down, and that will be Yoinkers to cap the point with 62% for Team Speed Boost. I mean, that's a lot of percentage on the point, and Yoinkers are looking to hold this to try and push their 40 or so percent up. I mean, Yoinkers do have the mines and the sound barrier still to use on this next push. And Team Speed Boost initiating with a dive.
Yeah, the dive coming in very strong, straight onto the back line there, but not able to find anything from it. A lot of ultimates being used now from Team Speed Boost, but Brigitte with that Valkyrie is going to help keep Yoinkers alive from the back of it. And there is the barrage from Zuko, but it's only going to be a trade in the end. And CF Hammer, that duplicated bomb does take down Brigitte as well, so no res here for Yoinkers, and the nano onto the Winston should just seal this one.
Yeah, I mean, a very good fight by them there. I mean, they're still contesting the point. You know, it's the ball and the Winston on point, looking to try and battle it out. I mean, Yoinkers are slowly but surely capping it, but this is a great contest by Team Speed Boost. The monkey ults come out here, and they're just looking to try and knock them off the point, try and get as much cap percentage as they possibly can.
Yeah, Johnny Scrim's going to invest the sound barrier in that as well, and there's the EMP coming down. It's going to connect with both tanks, and they are going to get the follow-up with that. And I do think that Yoinkers do have the advantage here. They could be winning this fight. As CF Man goes down, it's just going to be Pandy to stall out. D.Va Bomb used on point just to try and deny anyone touching, but Pandy's still able to get in there and touch. And now it's the stagger from the Lucio as well from Dirtmaster. The ball in there as well, but Zuko is going to be able to finish up those kills, and the stagger's still though. Dirtmaster still there.
Still contesting. That Lucio is doing work. I mean, now the D.Vas come in, but they pick off the D.Va. The Lucio, they still have yet to deal with. The barrage comes out, manages to pick up some Metra, but the contest is still going.
The Lucio is still there. Dirtmaster finally gets taken down, but now the ball has arrived from Gremori Dargo.
Team Speed Boost are just holding on to everything they can, and that will be Yoinkers to finally cap the point. A very good contest by Team Speed Boost. I mean, they contested for a while there. Unfortunately, they did not manage to push Yoinkers off the point. But yeah, I mean, a very close game. They managed to put it to 60-70% on that final one. So yeah, I mean, really good contest by Team Speed Boost, and very good coordination from Yoinkers there.
Really, really well played by Yoinkers to sort of to show the grit they needed to just get the final kills in that they needed on that point.
Yeah, I mean it was a very dominant hold by them. I gotta say, near the end, it was just team speed boost trickling onto point, trying to regroup. But yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna see more kind of traditional brawly compositions on this next map type here. It's traditionally, you know, you do the sim TP to point, right, and you all go brawl. But I mean, they could pull out anything, you know. These are two very high tier teams, you know. They could have their compositions of their own that they've practiced and perfected. So I mean, it's really down to them. But I mean, possibly see some brawl, possibly see some Symmetra, and maybe again with that aerial presence that we saw on the previous map from both teams. So we might see that as well. I don't know, some pretty close games. Some pretty close games.
Very close, very close indeed. But yeah, we are now going to that final map of Lijiang in Night Market. We saw Symmetra on Control Center, but it doesn't look like either team electing for that. And this particular occasion on Night Market through window, looking like we're going to see two dive tanks from both teams.
Yeah. Two. They're looking to go with two divey compositions here. You know what? Yoinkers opting for the bull instead of the Winston there, just to harass the backline a bit more. That bit more mobility there to just roll around and be a nuisance. It's definitely something that Dirtmaster and Bambi from Team Speed Boost should look after. Oh, we should look out for, I should say. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, both going for some very mobile comps. Yoinkers opting for the Lucio. It looks like to just speed around their team as a unit. Whereas Team Speed Boost, I mean, they've just got movement across the board, really. Apart from the Ana Brig, which I reckon they could be using as some kind of core here. You know, the Brig to protect the Ana from the dive, so the Ana can just sustain from the back. Yeah, it's an interesting comp Team Speed Boost are going with here. They have a lot more heat. They have a lot of healing. You know, the Brig is there to stop the dives onto the Ana, and that could be something that Yoinkers need to look out for if they're looking to win some fights.
Now it's going to be Echo versus Echo here from Zuko and CF Man as well. We saw a lot of them going head to head in the last match, the Pharaoh versus the Echo, but it is Zuko now switching to that Echo to try and take that duel, and I do think the Winston's just going to be a little bit better on point, while as the ball going to be a little bit better at dealing with the Ana in the back line.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are converging onto point here. It looks like Team Speed Boost do have more point presence. However, Yoinkers are not far behind.
And that's a big anti onto the Winston as well, and that's going to force a disengage from Greymori Drago. And CF Man, though, is able to find GBD, taking down that main tank. And Pandi and CF Man going to get a couple more kills, and that's going to be a team fight there for Team Speed Boost.
Yeah, I mean, very good play by Team Speed Boost. Like you said, that Winston on point was just crucial for that point presence, and I mean, it paid off. It paid off. The ball couldn't really get there and do too much, and the entire team just moved as a unit onto point, and that's point capped. And look at them here. The Brig is staying close to the Ana for that protection, and they're all kind of staying in a unit, looking to take the fight to point. The Echo is trying to get some off angles here, trying to get some poke damage early to build up that Echo ultimate, that copy.
Yeah, 82% for CF Man now. Getting those sticky bombs onto that back of that Diva is going to help get them up to 90%. Zuko only on 80% on the flip side, but it's going to be pretty close between these two teams.
Yeah, someone does go down for Yoinkers there, but the Team Speed Boost get a pick off the Brig there. That could be a huge pick. They initiate with the Nano Winston as well. This is looking bad for Team Yoinkers.
King Raptor getting that pulse bomb off, but sticking a little bit too close for comfort, going to take themselves down as well. And it turned out to be okay in the end because it looked like a lost fight anyway for Yoinkers, but they are obviously not going to have that ultimate going into this next fight. They are going to have the Nano, they are going to have the duplicate, and they are going to have the Diva bomb. So they've got a lot to work with, but there's going to be the support ult from Dirtmaster that could be able to help play through that.
Oh, they're opting for a duplicate onto the Winston here. Team Speed Boost. The Winston's going to ult. That ult is going to be crucial for creating a lot of space.
Yeah, and the Nano going on to Exu there, going to be huge as well, going to get a lot of value, but Gremory Drago just getting so much value. The bomb does get one from Exu, but Dirtmaster and Gremory Drago just going to get the picks onto the Baby Diva and Zuko there, and it just looks like a stagger here for Yoinkers, but a very well played point here from Team Speed Boost.
It's Yoinkers' turn to try and get these contests in for as long as possible. A huge anti-nade onto Team Speed Boost here. That could be the win that Yoinkers are looking for, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like there's quite enough members from Yoinkers to stall it out. But they're doing a very good job at stalling it. Oh, the monkey wasn't quite able to make it in time. And that will be Team Speed Boost taking the point 100% to 0.
Yeah, really well played by Team Yoinkers there. But it's Team Speed Boost just getting the better of them in the end. And well, I don't think this is going to be one-sided scrim though. Obviously, Yoinkers were able to win on gardens, but
yeah, it hasn't been one-sided. Yeah, I mean, Speed Boost managed to take that first map, and then Yoinkers the second, so it's kind of ping-ponging back and forth. I reckon if we get some kind of hybrid or payload maps in here, it would be a bit more long form, a bit more easier to see the kind of clashes, more fights, you know. We'll be able to get a better perspective on how these two teams clash, because so far they've been very close.
Yeah, it's been pretty close, but I do think Team Speed just had the edge there in that fight, but and in that map. But going into a couple of other next map, I mean, they're going to be another dive-heavy map here. Looks like both teams looking to practice this dive composition as we go to Gibraltar for map 2. And yeah, I mean, we're gonna see Winston, Diva, potentially some double bubble compositions coming through. Maybe we'll be running the Wrecking Ball as well. But Diva Winston on defense, sort of defensive dive with the Diva Winston on first point. It's going to be really strong because you can just alternate the tanks on the cart. So like Winston drops down, stalls the car, Diva then comes down and Winston jumps up, Diva stalls and then boosters out, and you can just stagger the cart quite well, just leave your DPS and supports on the high ground, just spamming damage in from the top. So we're going to see some interesting strats from both teams here.
Yeah, like you said, that double bubble as well is going to be a really interesting one to see how they play that, because it's a very fun comp to play and very rewarding when you get the win. Especially charging up the nano from Bambi there on the monkey is going to be, you're going to see a lot of that. The monkey doing some soft dives, try and charge up that nano. The Ludwig trying to get as much energy as possible to kind of get the win in the mid fight. High energy Zarya very hard to tackle for sure. But yeah, like you said, the monkey diva combination is just going to be very good for dropping onto cart. One at a time, get the monkey on, get the diva on, swap between them. But it does look like they are going to go for a double bubble of their own. No monkey diva, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're still interchanging, switching. But yeah, it's going to be totally down to what happens when they hit start. Obviously, we've seen so many times with these scrims that teams like to switch things up a little bit. Anyway, I saw some things in chat as well. We can catch up with a bit of German. I'm sorry I don't speak. Is that even German? Ich is German, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's German.
Yeah, yeah. Sadly, I can't speak German. Otherwise, I would love to respond there, but not able to. If you can translate, we'll get back to you. SR of the scrim. Yeah, I tried to respond in chat while we were spectating one of the players, but yeah, it's about 3.7, I think. I hope someone corrects me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I think that's right. Hello, look at the handsome spaghetti and hello. Oh, thanks, Nate. Love to see you, and ads up as well. Cheering on Yoinkers. Casters be balling. Thank you, Fish. Thank you. We are going to be in game now, though.
Yeah, looking to come in game, and they're both opting for the double bubbles to be interesting. especially playing this high ground Yoinkers. Oh, Team Speed Boost looking to initiate with a Winston dive just to get some of that nano charged up, and Yoinkers are responding with a dive of their own. Winston getting all the way into the backline there.
Yeah,
Really
going straight for that Ana in that room, but good peel coming in from the side of Team Speed Boost to be able to get there and protect there and keep that Ana up. And it does look like Pandy's just going to be slowly pushing this cart on that Tracer underneath. The Tracer's dueling it out on cart now. Meanwhile, the rest of Yoinkers getting a bit of a staggered way back, but GDB gets a little bit too deep there. Gets taken out. Pandy winning the Tracer duel on cart as well. The cart is now going to start and begin to move, and as Johnny Scrims gets taken out, takes out Grimori Drago, that's going to change things up, but it does get taken out by then Dirty Master. So it does look like it's going to be a disengage here from Yoinkers, and Team Speed Boost looks like they're going to be able to take point A.
Yeah, very good neutral fight there. You know, Team Speed Boost, they had a couple of picks down in the first fight, but they recuperated and struck back with more force there. And just managed to get more picks and win first point pretty swiftly with 5 minutes on the clock. You know, this is going to be a hard defense for Yoinkers to do, but they're going to put the work in. Speed Boost looking to try and take the high ground here, and Echo does take off Yoinkers McCree, which could be bad. Yoinkers are going to have to regroup after that. You know, try and not get staggered.
Yeah, meanwhile, Grimori Drago just getting so much value up in that room with that Tesla cannon, but it's now GBD that is going to be able to take control of this high ground. And Team Speed Boost, they have got Pandy just slowly moving cart, but have been forced all the way back. Besides the Tracer, and both the supports now just sort of having that Brigitte to sort of escort the Ana around of Johnny Scrims. Is pretty much your standalone job there as Brigitte, is just try and keep that Ana alive to get the most value out of her.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of ults coming on board. I mean, if we see here, the Nano Winston on the side of Speed Boost coming in to initiate the fight. A great sleep by Johnny Scrims onto that Nano Winston. That's going to completely negate the Nano.
But the grab in the small room as well. That's a really big grab coming in from Ludwig. And they're going to get the cleanup as well there. That's a beautiful fight there for Team Speed Boost. Beautiful team fight.
Yeah, a grab there, and but when you get a grab and an Echo just does that beam and just chews through everyone in the grab, that's gonna be a 3K for CF man 29 there, just burning through them in the grab, and that's gonna win them the fight. And then looking to take this momentum forward to try and get the next point. I mean,
yeah.
some bad spawns here on the side of Yoinkers. Gonna have to fall off the map to regroup. But
Exu getting taken out on a bit of a stagger there, so they're gonna have to wait for that Zarya. I mean, Yoinkers do have a lot of ults in their arsenal right now. Only the Winston without ult, but they're gonna be looking for potentially a grab pulse bomb combination here. But GDB getting up close and personal with the Winston and the backline of Team Speed Boost. They have now used the rally, forced the rally out, and now they're going to nano that Winston up in that backline as well, and that is going to be able to find the Ana. Meanwhile, Zuko going to find a pulse bomb stick onto Pandy, and no recall out of that one. Exu taking out Ludwig as well, and that's a nice recontest and a fight win for Yoinkers.
Yeah, I mean they didn't overinvest a lot of ultimates there. You know, they only used the nano and the pulse bomb, and GDB is almost has the Winston ult up, so you know they have a lot of ultimates still to work with after that fight. And King Raptor with the early pick on the Echo, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, now they're going to go with that grab, and then the Winston dive straight on top, and they are going to find Pandy in, and again, Team Speed Boost is going to have to come back. But having had such a good push on first point and second point, they still have 3.5 minutes left on the clock to get this to the end of the map.
Yeah, you know they can take their time, they can strategize. The rally being used on the side of Yoinkers there, I guess just to try and waste more time off the clock. You know, Team Speed Boost don't want to engage while that rally is up, because that's just a lot of sustain for Yoinkers. So they're looking to kind of do a slow push here, and here comes the Winston. Nanoed in.
Yeah, Nano as well. The high noon from King Raptor, not able to find anything, but finally gets the damage into that Winston, taking that Winston down. Meanwhile, GDB in the back line, causing enough distraction to stop Grimori Drago getting the support needed, and a nice primal from GDB.
Yeah, I mean, Yoinkers have been doing a really good job of holding this last point. You know, Speed Boost were coming in with 4 minutes on the clock, and they've already already now managed to get that down to 2 minutes 50. So, and they still have, you know, some very crucial ults across the board. They have the nade, they have the nano, and here comes Speed Boost diving in.
Yeah, this decree pick from both teams was the smart alteration switching off the echoes onto these Krees. They're getting a lot of value against the Winston as the Winston dives in as well with the flashbang, obviously, and the grab onto the high ground. There's the pulse bomb, but is able to recall out of it. Doesn't get taken down, and Yoinkers able to hold on here, but they have lost the high ground now, and down goes Exu. Grimory Drago going to get the jump in there, but needs to be careful not to jump too far. GBD fighting back, trying to get a little bit more point presence. That bubble won't last forever, and there's 2 high noons used at once, but it's CF Man that gets the trigger happy down first. King Raptor not able to get theirs off. Pandy taking down GBD, and Ludwig taking down Brigitte, and this is just going to be a stagger now from Zuko on the Tracer for as long as possible. Potentially going to get the Winston onto cart, but it's not going to be the case.
Oh, it's not enough. It's not. That was a very good push by Team Speed Boost today. You know, despite the grab not quite going the way you wanted it to, it still managed to push through. On top of that, I mean, yeah, Yoinkers did invest a lot, but Team Speed Boost just had the edge. I think, like you were saying, the switch off to McCree's from both teams was huge. You know, they especially CF Man getting that first initial noon pick onto King Raptor, that kind of denied King Raptor's ultimate, and from there, those 2 picks, Team Speed Boost just pushed straight through. Very good play.
Yeah, it's really well played by Team Speed Boost to finally get that pick, that final fight in. But you know, hats off to Yoinkers for holding on to that final point for as long as they did, considering how quickly Team Speed Boost were able to take first and second.
Yeah, Team Speed Boost just kind of played their cards right. They lost the first fight pretty quickly and then managed to push through first and second pretty decisively. So it's good that Yoinkers held on for as long as they did on that last point. You know, like only 1 minute 50 on the clock. That's a pretty good going considering the chances that they had to get like pretty badly rolled. So yeah, good job on Yoinkers for that defense. It does look like Yoinkers are going to go for more of a brawl, switch it up from the double bubble, from the dive compositions that we've been seeing recently. I think Speed Boost are probably going to opt to do the double bubble that they've been running so far, and been running very successfully at that.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do on obviously the flip side. It looks like Yoinkers are toying with a slightly different approach here. I don't know whether they're going to stick with that or not, but definitely potential for something a bit different. But you know, it does look like it's going to be rinse and repeat from Team Speed Boost with this double bubble composition.
I mean, they've been playing it well. I can see why they're wanting to opt on it now. You know, they've been charging up a lot of nanos, especially the Winston running in there, getting a lot of damage, soaking up that damage, and then Bambi managing to just heal him up, charge a nano pretty quickly. I mean, we've been seeing the nano engage on the monkey from both teams that last round were really good fight initiators, and then the high energy Zarya to come in and just clean up is a great way, and Speed Boost have been playing it really well. Ironically, not with the Lucio, so kind of going against their name a bit there, but it looks like they don't need a Lucio. You know, their double bubble is strong.
It's McLonglong in chat with another bit.
Ooh, nice.
Slowly climbing that leaderboard on the bit leaderboard as well. It's going to be a big day when McLonglong reaches the top of that leaderboard, obviously. We'll all be cheering. You'll have to go out for big celebrations as well there. But yeah, nice to see quite a few of the Hyonk Attack squad in chat. Spec in as well.
Stop the payload.
Ooh,
Good to see. I mean, Yoinkers have opted for the double bubble here, not going for that brawl, going for the echo. It's a mirror comp from both teams.
There's a nice teleport they used early, and Exu going to get down Bambi early on, and this is going to be a very quick fight for Yoinkers. I mean, Grimory Dargo does take down GBD, and Ludwig now taking down Zuko. It's going to slow down their progress, but still this cart keeps moving, and they do have that spawn advantage, obviously.
Yeah, a very quick win by Yoinkers there. Very well played, but it does give, because it was so quick, it does give Speed Boost time to regroup and possibly another fight here as the Winston dives in to try and take back this high ground.
Yeah, I mean, they're going in deep now, and Grimory Drago does get taken down. King Raptor, though, I mean, it's a pretty even fight, trade for trade here, and needless to say, there is the cart can still be moved here. GBD just sitting on cart with that Winston. Gonna have to battle this Tracer though, and now the Winston of Grimory Drago comes down as well, and GBD electing to get out of there. And there goes the Nano onto the Winston of GBD in the back line. Unfortunately, couldn't hold off that Primal long enough, but still getting the picks needed and the space as well. The rest of the picks coming in now for Yoinkers as Grimory Drago getting taken down. And it does look like Yoinkers will take point A pretty quickly as well, much like Team Speed Boost.
Yeah, I mean, very, very quick takes, you know, there's just kill after kill from Yoinkers there, not letting Speed Boost recontest. They're going to have to kind of play back, recuperate on this high ground possibly, and try and take the fight, try and stop them from contesting second point. But Yoinkers are just pushing up, you know, not letting them take the space, not letting them have the high ground. And Speed Boost is just going to have to play right out of spawn here. Very aggressive hold.
They're going to be pushing in. They have now made the switch over to that Kree from the Tracer. So actually they're going to go Kree Echo. And there's the grab, comes in, grabs the Kree and the Zarya from Team Speed Boost. Kree getting taken down, but another Winston duplication here coming in from both teams actually. But it is going to be just about Team Speed Boost that get the better hand of that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, some great duplicates onto the Winston there. You can just create so much space with the Winston ult. Nice sleep onto Grimory Drago there from Team Speed Boost. But yeah, Speed Boost do look like they're going to take this. Yoinkers looking to regroup again, but not bad, you know. Yoinkers do have 3 minutes 20 to play with on the clock. They have a monkey ult of their own and a nade and a nano coming on board. Some very powerful ultimates that they could use definitely to win this next fight. Yeah, they're looking to take this high ground, kind of rotate up, meet Team Speed Boost on the high ground into that ship.
Yeah, GBD forced to take the low ground here. A lot of the team from Team Speed Boost up high ground. There's a pulse bomb. Isn't going to be able to find the stick, but Pandy going to take down GBD. And now Yoinkers, they're going to have to try and find a pick soon, or they will lose this fight. And King Raptor and Zuko, they just get the kills needed, and that is the kill to make this fight happen. They just got to push right in now. Try and take some more space. They're going to nano the Zarya this time around. But a nice whip shot going to push them back. But full charge, pretty much full charge Zarya coming in there with the nanos. A lot of damage you've got to be careful of. And Exu makes it count with the help of Zuko getting a 3K.
Zuko. Oh my god, amazing play by Zuko, especially with that initial pick onto the Ana there. You know, if you lose if Bambi goes down on the side of Speed Boost, it's going to be tricky. The Tracer is contesting from Speed Boost here. They're not willing to give it up that easy. Oh,
yeah,
there comes the grab.
Yeah, the grab there just to make sure no one can touch there. They're not going to get a huge amount of value out of that other than that. And I do think that Yoinkers could have potentially taken that without using it, but I do think they have enough ults on board to potentially take this next fight, but saying that Team Speed Boost coming up on 6 ults.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, maybe Yoinkers do the tactical play here, try and go for a dry fight, make Speed Boost invest as many ultimates as possible. They have 3 minutes to do it, so that's a good couple of fights. Maybe that's the play that they could go for, or they could invest the copy and the Brig ult. I mean, Speed Boost looking to engage onto cart.
Oh, that's a huge fight there. They have used ults, and as you say, Yoinkers, they decided not to use any ults themselves, and they haven't truly lost this fight either. You know, and Team Speed Boost not really pushing up on that. Yoinkers do elect to come back and regroup though, and
ooh.
Oh, that's a huge bubble from Exu though. Absolutely massive to keep that Ana of Johnny Scrims alive. And they will be pushing up now.
Yeah, and there goes the nade on Speed Boost, and here comes the copy onto the monkey. 2 monkeys in the fray.
Yeah, GDB though, going in deep onto the back line, needs to get very low. He's going to have Primal though to launch and throw people around. Obviously, an extra a bit of health pool as well. And a Bastion coming in now.
Oh no, Bastion on the side of Speed Boost looking to try and deny them this point, but Yoinkers are hanging on, you know, getting the picks. The grab was used, doesn't manage to catch anyone unfortunately, and now Speed Boost need to contest this, but the body blocks from Yoinkers denying the contest on the ball. Very well played by Yoinkers there, with a pretty similar time bank, you know, 1 minute 40 on Yoinkers, 1 minute 50 for Speed Boost. You know, when I said these teams were close, I didn't think it would be this close, you know.
It's so close, you know, going to like 10-second difference between the two teams.
Yeah.
In that map, unbelievable.
Yeah, amazing. They both can really play the double bubble very well.
Yeah, you know, NA casting, I can't get everything right in a stream, honestly. I'll always make a mistake somewhere. Normally it's the scoreboard. Today I've been conscious effort to make sure the scoreboard's up to date all the time. So we're winning on the scoreboard today, but yes, GDB, not GBD. I can't read.
Oh, it's a tricky name to be fair. It's a tongue twister.
I think that's the appeal behind it, isn't it? The appeal.
Yeah, probably. Just to catch casters out, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like KSP and KSF playing for the same team. That's
yeah.
Although, to be fair, identifying those two is not so bad because it's the final letter. You just look at the final letter, isn't it? You're casting.
That's fair. Yeah, you got the strats down.
I know what.
I gotta say, these two teams are very, very close. I did not think they'd be this similar in because they both play the double bubble and they both managed to make it work really well. You know.
They just got held up in different places. I mean, Yoinkers played. I think Yoinkers played the third point the best out of the two teams. But Team Speed Boost definitely had the advantage on that second point in particular. They really made Yoinkers pay for any sort of slight mistakes from anyone getting a little bit out of position. So
yeah,
really making good use of the ship above high ground. But we are going to be jumping into not Route 66. What am I chatting?
Junkertown.
Junkertown. There, that's the one. Thank you.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, Junkertown. It's a great map, you know, especially with this initial point. We'll probably see some Widow Duels, hopefully. I mean, I'm always up for seeing Widow Duels, especially this high up in Elo. It's going to be a great thing to watch. But yeah, Junkertown, very interesting map, you know. It goes from these wide open spaces from the first point into these nice enclosed rooms. So yeah, some very potential for some very dynamic comps, some switches. It's gonna be an interesting one. It's definitely gonna keep these two teams, you know, up on their toes, keep them running, keep them looking out for potential switches they could make and potential switches that the other team have made.
Absolutely. I mean, it looks like both teams may be going for some sort of double sniper, double shield composition. But you know, there's some variations, obviously. You know, the difference between the Rhine and the Sigma, or the difference between the support lines as well. And I haven't seen, besides the Lucio on Lijiang Tower that stalled point for 3 weeks, it feels like.
Oh yeah.
I haven't really seen much of the Lucio from a team that's called Team Speed Boost.
I know, they've debated us all with their name. It's all part of their master plan, you know, make people believe that they're going to speed in and then play these comps that are wildly different with no Lucio. Amazing pick by King Raptor there. It's going to stop Speed Boost in their tracks.
I mean, yeah, they're just going to come back here, but they are going to leave Ludwig there just to sort of push the cart forward. But yeah, King Raptor getting that sort of flanking Widow shot here, but needs to be careful because now Pandy has that sort of side sight lines there. But it is the Hanzo of CF Man that gets the pick that needed here, and Pandy now taking down GBD, GDB.
Yeah, I mean, amazing pick by Pandy there. Dirtmaster did opt to swap to the Mercy, possibly for more sustain, get that damage boost in as well. And speed boost pushing the cart pretty easy here as Yoinkers try to regroup. King Raptor looking to get the off angles, looking to get some initial picks. And here come Yoinkers trying to stall, trying to make them not cap this point.
Yeah, I mean, they're just doing a really good job of keeping an eye on where King Raptor is and just making sure that there's a shield up or something in the way that so they can't get any value. Obviously, playing both teams now electing for the double shield with the Orisa Sigma, and picks are coming in. Pandy gonna get the win on that Widow duel against King Raptor, and then takes down Brigitte as well. However, it is actually Team Speed Boost that have backed off just a little bit here. I don't know if they're aware that they can get in here. Exu getting a little bit deep down this right-hand side, but is able to get out and just send heals now. But now no heals at all. Waiting for that Baptiste to get back, and now the sights have been used by Pandy, and that's going to give a huge advantage. Pandy getting a lot of really crucial headshots off this Widow at the back line.
Yeah, I mean, look how far back Pandy is playing here, just looking to kind of deny them the high ground there. Here comes the Trans from Speed Boost and the Sigurd. Oh my god. Speed Boost managing to catch 3 there, and it's going to put an end to Yoinkers' defense as they get the final picks off, and that is going to be Speed Boost capping this first point.
Yeah, King Raptor's really not having a fun time against Pandy on this Widow at the moment, and CF Man getting a lot of value on the front line. And a really good use of the Dragon to deny any value from the window from Brigitte. We're going to have a Hanzo getting close and personal with King Raptor this time, so going to really struggle to get too much value there on the Widow from King Raptor. Team Speed Boost has done a really good job of keeping that Widow in check.
Yeah, that's what you need. I mean, a good Widow is very, very scary, you know. So they really need to focus on keeping King Raptor's sights not on them. And same with Pandy, you know. Pandy's shown that they can pop off too, and they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. And here comes the Dragon from Yoinkers. Doesn't manage to catch anyone, but zones them off the point. Pandy with a kick onto King Raptor again. He's not having a fun time in this Widow duel.
No, absolutely not. Pandy just with that advantage. I don't know whether the Mercy pick is really the difference maker in that duel. Supercharger being used, but immediately with the Flux and the response from Johnny Scrims with that Trans, going to keep people, keep the team alive. But it is now going to be the picks coming in from the tanks of Yoinkers. But saying that, Ludwig takes down GDB.
Yeah, I mean, Speed Boost are slowly getting the kills. King Raptor is looking to pop off with 2 picks of their own. This could be what Yoinkers need.
Oh, and that's a huge pick off onto the Widow there from CF Man as well. And now there's going to be nothing left from Yoinkers to be able to contest this point. The Orisa and the Hanzo not going to be able to get there in time, and I think they are just going to regroup here and try and hold this first choke point.
Yeah, I mean, a very nice attempt by Yoinkers there, especially King Raptor with those 2 picks. Yeah, I thought they would have had it, but Speed Boost kind of responded with their own and just cleaned up Yoinkers. And yeah, now they're gonna push Carp into 3rd point with Yoinkers trying to defend it. I mean, ults across the board for both teams. You know, they both got a BAP window. Speed Boost have the Dragon, have the Trans, crucially, to deny Yoinkers any ults. And here comes the window from Yoinkers.
Yeah, and they're going to invest the Trans, but GDB and Zuko are going to get 2 picks anyway. And then that's a huge hole. That's a huge hole. And they're going to follow up with a Johnny Scrims on the Zen there. Beautiful.
Great double pick. I mean, that's going to get him the Trans, you know, which is going to be crucial for Yoinkers in their next fight to try and avoid the damage coming in from the Sigma ult, from the Dragon, possibly from the Supercharger as well, if Speed Boost can charge that up in time. So Johnny Scrims with that Trans is a huge play, especially with those 2 picks.
Oh, the Flux with the help of that pull from the Orisa there, and Johnny Scrim's going to use the Trans here, trying to keep people alive from Yoinkers, and working quite well there. Exu going to get an exit pick onto Gremory Drago, and I'm getting better at saying that name every time.
That is also another name to trip up on, but Yeah, Yoinkers really pushing aggressive here, looking to get as many. A King Raptor with the pick onto the Zen, but Pandy responds and picks up King Raptor, and then both teams looking to regroup. Both teams going to stabilize. Speed Boost probably looking to push onto that pick because you know the spawn advantage and all of that. But yeah, I mean Yoinkers doing really good defense on this point. Only 2 minutes for Speed Boost to push this through.
Yeah, I mean they got a little bit stuck on the previous points, and again, just the halt there, just a little bit early for that dragon to be able to get the value out of that dragon that you would want. Obviously, halt's like a mini grav.
Yeah.
But
very valuable tool. Pandy is getting loads of picks, but Xu manages to pick up Pandy and CGF man. So yeah, I mean it's looking rather even. Speed Boost taking the high ground. Yoinkers still kind of hanging on in there. Fighting backwards, it looks like, trying to stabilize a bit more.
Yeah, Great Mary Drago needs to be careful of that Widow sights coming in from that right-hand side. But that's a huge halt there. Going to get a lot of damage down into GDB, taken down, and both superchargers down from both teams here. And Zuko getting very, very low on the right-hand side. Does manage to escape temporarily, but does get taken down by Ludwig. But not before Great Mary Drago gets an arrow to the head. And Ludwig now just trying to stabilize on Cart, but it does look like the spawn advantage for Yoinkers at this particular point is just giving them enough presence that they need to sort of start pushing Team Speed Boost back.
Only just. It was looking very dangerous for Yoinkers there. I mean, especially with the reses coming out by Dirtmaster. That res onto the Orisa was huge, but I mean Yoinkers just manages to put it back, you know, like you said, with the spawn advantage. Very difficult. You're going to have a very decisive win if you are Team Speed Boost to get this card to the final point. And Yoinkers doing a very good job of contesting. There's only 15 seconds left on the clock. Speed Boost are really going to have to get that speed in to try and cap this last point. I mean, they're taking their time. The clock is ticking down. And finally, they're looking to engage into point, but the ball in the backline is just harassing them.
Yeah, so much CC, but that's a huge rock onto Ludwig. Massive from X, who's going to deny the flux. Down through comes the dragon from Zuko, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here. Another rock coming through from Exu, trying to get the stuns in and damage done, but Pandy, Bambi, and Dirtmaster gonna bring this even with the res and the 2 picks there, but 3 on 3 now on point, but the advantage of the spawn is gonna be, is it gonna be enough for Yoinkers? It's just Zuko in the back line. Zuko gets picked, but they leave point if they C9 it.
They C9, that's so unfortunate. It really looked like Speed Boost had it in them after that trans, you know, the sustain, keeping everybody up, but they managed to C9 it. That's so unfortunate. But yeah, like you were saying, the spawn advantage from Yoinkers there, they can contest for days. You really need a very decisive pick, to body block or a grab even, or something, or a halt to hold them into spawn at least, so you can get that payload capped on that last point. But yeah, they just strayed away from point Team Speed Boost there, and unfortunately C9'd it. But I mean, it's still a very good attempt at that last push, because that payload is almost all the way up, 94.9 meters away from the final cap. So not a bad push by Team Speed Boost, and a very good defense by Yoinkers.
Oh, I'm nailing this cam right now.
I love it. Keeping it in sync, that's what we like. I think they are going to stick to the Widows for both teams. I mean, Pandy did manage to get a few more picks than King Raptor, but that might have been because of Dirtmaster on that Mercy with that damage boost. So yeah, both teams opting to take the Widow first point, and you know, very similar compositions. I don't think there's been any switches from either teams, because games are just that close. I guess they're both confident with the compositions. Very good cam work, I have to say.
Right. So what I say. Oh, I've been really you know, it's a win with a scoreboard today. Proceeds to get the scoreboard wrong and forgets to switch the attack and defense for the last round. So yeah, I've just shot myself in the foot. I jinxed it, and I commentated cursed myself, which is an impressive feat.
Very impressive feat. Oh, we got it already. All good now. So That should be good.
It's all ogre now.
It's all ogre now. Or it might be all ogre now for King Raptor on the Widow. Pandy can get the angles, can get out of spawn. But yeah, you know, Team Speed Boost holding this high ground as usual. A very good pick by Zuko onto Bambi initially. That could be the push for Yoinkers. You know,
Yeah.
Speed Boost a couple down, but they're getting picks of their own.
There are a couple of picks coming in. CF Man taking down King Raptor. The res as well coming in from Dirt Master. Very nice res, and that is what the Mercy does give you. Is that res? But Pandy with another pick. That Widow, you've got to respect the Widow of Pandy. Like you gotta.
You gotta respect that Widow. Yeah, King Raptors must be having a very hard time on these angles. Pandy is just popping off today, I have to say. But yeah, Yoinkers are pushing this. You know, they're on cart. There's been no decisive fight wins yet. Both teams kind of hanging back, playing it slow, playing it safe, looking to get as much poke as possible. We're coming into a very open fight in this first point here. This could be where the Widow, both Widows have a chance to pop off. And we see a kill come in for Yoinkers by Johnny Scrims.
Yeah, Johnny Scrims, we've seen what Johnny Scrims can be doing on this end, and they can be doing some damage. And Pandy, though, still gets another pick, and it's Brigitte this time. And with the Baptiste, that's the main source of healing. It's going to be difficult for Yoinkers to complete this point, especially with Supercharger coming down now from Greymarie Drago. And Pandy taking down King Raptor. Oh my word, and they have managed to win this fight now, and Zuko's just going to sacrifice themselves to take the shortcut back to spawn.
Yeah, I mean, very good play by Pandy there, and very good reses by Dirtmaster indeed. I mean, it just allowed Speed Boost to come back to point and contest it more. And I mean, if you look at the ults here, Speed Boost have a lot of ultimates on board, but there's another pick.
God. It's brutal, God. It's savagery. Pandy just knowing exactly where to be positioned to get the maximum value out of this Widow, and then click heads when they do. But King Raptor now starting to warm up, taking down CF Man.
Yeah, I mean, going picks of their own. Unfortunately, Dirtmaster is there with the res, as always, kind of not letting his team die whatsoever. Very solid support line from Speed Boost, but a lot of ults across the board. Pretty much everyone has ults apart from Speed Boost and Rissa.
Both fluxes used simultaneously there, but Ludwig with the better one, managing to find Exu and Brigitte with that. And, you know, that's a nice team fight there for Team Speed Boost. Very well played.
Yeah, very well played. I mean, Speed Boost did invest a lot, but Yoinkers responded with Sigma ult of their own. They do still have, both teams do still have the Transcendence. The Supercharger is online for Yoinkers. Could be useful to get that extra damage, and also Brigitte with the window. So this could be the fight win coming into this net fight that Yoinkers need. With only 1 minute on the clock, it's looking a bit stressful for Yoinkers. King Raptor looking to get these off angles, get some picks, and here comes the window.
Those Widows are dueling here. Pandy gets taken down this time by King Raptor, and that was a very, very tight angle to find that pick from King Raptor, and Zuko gets one onto Dirtmaster. There's going to be no res this time around. Trans gets used as well, but it's only going to sustain for so long, and now the rest of Team Speed Boost do get taken down, and I do think Yoinkers now are going to be able to cap this point. They do have to deal with the CF man in the background, but they do take them down as they progress onto second point. Does give them a time bank boost of about 2.5 minutes there.
Yeah, it's kind of what you need, you know, it's approaching overtime. It's a good thing Yoinkers managed to cap that. The infosight's used by Yoinkers here going to give them a lot more information, specifically that Speed Boost holding up on this high ground, very popular place to hold. And a lot of shields to try and break through, but Yoinkers look like they're doing it, you know, they're pushing the cart. Speed Boost going to have to back out a bit, recharge their shields, recuperate. Yeah, and Yoinkers are doing a very solid push here.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing that they've done so far is on that last point, they thought it would be last fight, but they still managed to hold on to two crucial ultimates here. They're going to have the Supercharger and that Trans going into this fight. Johnny Scrim's getting very, very low there, but just having the gusto not to press Q when getting forced that low. And now Zuko gets a couple of picks. Johnny Scrims finds a pick on a CF man, and they're still going to have this Trans for the next fight.
Speed Boost just trying to contest, you know. I thought they had the fight, but the picks came came in slow from Yoinkers, and eventually it gave them the momentum to just push the point forward. Yeah, I mean, you saw Speed Boost there, kind of panicking a bit, having to drop down and try and contest, but it just wasn't enough in time. They didn't have the team to back them up, and that's going to be a pretty quick take from Yoinkers.
The biggest thing I'm impressed with there is the kahunas on Johnny Scrims not to press Q when they were like 2 HP. Very well played.
That is some patience, that is some dedication, Johnny Scrims there. And he did end up getting a pick because of it, you know. And that made Yoinkers win that fight. Here comes the Dragon trying to push them off point. Doesn't manage to connect with anyone, but does zone Yoinkers back. The Sigma is split from the team. But he does use his ultimate to try and get some people in the air.
Does get the Zen, but that's about it. And they do get the follow-up though. King Raptor finds Pandy in the back line with a nice headshot as well. King Raptor now getting a little bit of that better hand of that duel, and Brigitte now gets that window down, and that's a lot of damage coming through there, and finishes up the rest of the team Speed Boost.
Yeah, I mean, Yoinkers are definitely sniping with King Raptor on the Widow and Johnny Scrims both proven themselves to click on heads, and the temperature is rising if you're Speed Boost here. Yoinkers are pushing the card dangerously close to the end. They do manage to get some contests, and ultimates are being used.
Yeah, the trans comes out from Johnny Scrims, and that's what we've been waiting for. That trans, he saved it for the perfect timing, and now they've done it, and they're getting the picks at the back of it. The sustain from the trans was huge, and now with the supercharger, find the damage needed to get the rest of the kills done to complete the map and get a score on the board.
That was amazing play by Yoinkers there. You know, I really thought they were struggling. They were holding it on that first fight. Only just manages to cap it, and then they just take that momentum forward and just run it all the way home. Amazing play by Yoinkers, I have to say.
Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
B-E-A beautiful.
Flawless. I love it.
Only because I can't. Only because I can't spell how to spell beautiful. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have attempted it, to be honest. So I'm glad you at least tried it. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, some great games from both sides, I gotta say. And Yoinkers just managing to pull it through and get a score on the door, as it were.
Have you been casting all this time off the Twitch?
I have been casting all this time off your Discord screen share, and at times it does kind of look a bit like pixel art. You know? I was hanging in there, you know.
That's impressive. I wouldn't have even noticed that you weren't casting from like IRL specking.
There were times when it got really pixely, and I was trying to get you to fill in. That was good though.
Alright, I've invited you to the map now. Hopefully your machine can at least manage this.
Hopefully, yeah. It's good to see it in high definition, see these big plays coming in from both teams. You know, this first point on Blizzard World, do you reckon we might see some Widow again from King Raptor and or Pandy?
Maybe, I don't know. I saw with Blizzard World for the first time in a scrim the other day, and I have to say, the comps played are not what I expect them to be. You know what I mean?
You never know, do you? Some teams have some great wild and wacky comps that they pull out, and some people just make comps that you don't think would work really well. I mean, speaking of compositions, we have Yoinkers here opting for the Brawly comp with the Mei and the Ryan, and the D.Va instead of the Zarya. I think D.Va is a bit more stronger in today's meta than the Zarya, a bit more favoured in these Brawl compositions. And Yoinkers probably planning to take this high ground as their own. That Mei is going to be crucial. Zuko on the Mei is going to be a big nuisance for Team Speed Boost. They're going to need some definite speed to get past those Mei walls all in one piece.
Well, it's an interesting composition that they've kind of gone for a moment. I don't know whether it's going to be something they stick to, but both teams running something sparsely different from each other. I don't think they're going to have a single similarity across the board. Going to have two, what looks like double long range hit scan with the Ashe and the Widow, with the Ana as well, so triple sniper as you were. And then they're going to have the double bubble for the tank line. Oh, they've completely changed their mind. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, caster's cursing it, that's for sure.
I should stop trying to cast the
oh. Oh no. Well, you should say some things to try and get it in the favor. Like, oh, I don't think Yoinkers have got this one, and then they're gonna just completely dominate. You know, that's the kind of curses that we need.
Well, yeah, we want to see it like evenly matched here. I mean, we can't have a bias anything.
Of course.
Cough.
I'm not biased at all. No.
Not biased at all. Yoinkers.
Yoinkers. No. I mean, Speed Boost have kind of presented themselves as such a strong team. I'm beginning to have, doubts on who's my favorite. I mean, with a name like that, with someone like Pandy on the Widow, they're definitely a scary team. Definitely one worth rooting for, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're still just waiting on both teams to be completely ready with their compositions, but it does look like that. They have readied up now. Let's jump
Just
in.
as you say that, nice.
Our commentators cursed it.
Yay, let's go.
The power.
Jumping in, D.Va looking to get some early damage on the side of Yoinkers.
Yeah,
Speed boost.
They tried to do a profit there. They did the Sim TP and the Widow strat. But weren't able to find anything, and now they have gone back and switched.
I like it. Cheeky plays.
To the Ashe and the Tracer.
Ooh, a nice cap going on here by the Tracer on the side of Speed Boost. And that's going to leave Yoinkers scrambling back to point, giving up so much space to Team Speed Boost. They don't even need to fight this. They just need a CF Man 29 on the Tracer to get that cap at the back.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to take this high ground now on this right-hand side as well. There's going to be very little contest here. The McCree and the D.Va are in that room, and the rest of that Brawl competition going to have to try and get back in there. Wall comes in, though. It's a big wall, and I can't get through.
Yeah, Yoinkers looking to kind of rotate back to point. They don't want this high ground anymore. Despite King Raptor getting a pick onto the Brigitte, this could be Yoinkers up, but they're looking to play this safe, looking to play it slow, keeping that point presence going while Speed Boost take that high ground. And they're both kind of exchanging poke, charging up ultimates. Exu manages to suit back up in the D.Va, and now both teams are pretty much even.
Yeah, I mean, I think they played the right move there, did Yoinkers. They tried to fight that high ground because they don't want to give this high ground up, and with the May wall they were able to get a pick, but they had to get out of there, otherwise it's going to lose quite a few to that. And there go, the Primal comes in, but the freeze and then the window is going to be enough to take that down. Bambi though taking down Johnny Scrims, and without their Baptiste it could be a little bit low on the healing side for this Brawl composition. They do have that Lucio coming in though, and they are going to speed onto the Speed Boost, and Speed Boost are going to need to use their name and get out of there.
That's for sure. Very, very nice nade on the D.Va. Unfortunately, just the Speed Boost coming through. Yoinkers just absolutely bulldozing their way through, and they are going to claim that high ground back. Push Speed Boost off it. I think they're looking to take the fight where they were in the beginning and hold up close here with this Brawl composition. They're going to probably rotate into this room, I think, or play around this room at least, while Speed Boost regrouping on the Monkey. They do have the Bob, they have the nade, almost the rally and the grab as well. So Speed Boost definitely have the resources to push this, but Yoinkers have ultimates across the board, no window. So yeah, it's a tricky one for Speed Boost to engage. They're kind of skirting around the edges, trying to get some pick, trying to get some space.
And GDB is just trying to find this shatter, just trying to find that opening.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the grab and the mail and the beat.
And there's the shatter coming down, but it doesn't connect with anything. But the Deadeye and the bomb, D.Va bomb, do find something and take down Pandy and the Tracer there as well. The pulse bomb, managed to sort of be kept alive there with the beat there, but yeah, we saw 4 ults used from Yoinkers to win that fight, but we saw like all 6, I think, coming in. Or at least
they switched off. They switched off to a Brawl composition. They're trying to match Yoinkers here with a Brawl of their own after investing their ults, and it looks like they might just have it.
Yeah, GDB getting very, very isolated in that room, but that window providing extra healing, trying to keep them up, and Pandy does find the pick. So if they're quick, they might be able to have force this into a final fight situation on a 6v5 due to that spawn advantage. But because Yoinkers are able to hold this close, they are going to get a fight, at least 2 fights from this, even if they lose this one.
Sending the Lucio to point to try and get that overtime. And Speedboost kind of trickling in here, but Yoinkers are getting some picks of their own.
Lucio and the D.Va on the point though. They get a first tick of permanent capture progress, and that's exactly what they'll be looking for. They have a disadvantage though in terms of the manpower on point, and King Raptor with the high noon as well, just gonna wait. Manages to find Dirtmaster. Dirtmaster taking down GDB though, and it is just CF Man on that May. Ludwig on that Baby D.Va trying to stall out, but they weren't able to in the end.
Yeah, very good boop by Brigitte there, just kind of getting them to the C9 position, boop them off point, and that concedes the point. I mean, Speedboost looked like they almost had that, especially with the Lucio D.Va just flying straight to point to get that overtime. And they were getting picks, you know, picks coming in from both sides. But yeah, a very good hold by Yoinker there. It really showed their own on how powerful their brawl is, you know, and very good rotations. You know, if they didn't want to take the run, they didn't want to push them all the way up high ground, so they just played it slow, rotated back to point, and it worked in their favor, you know?
Absolutely. I also forgot to remove the 2-minute delay when I went screaming, so I apologize to everyone who's watching 2 minutes delay. You know, I think 30 seconds first. I mean, to be fair, if it's a scrim, we don't even need a delay, to be honest, because you're practicing, and if you're the one sort of stream sniping, then you're more of a you're hindering your own development, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a really good switch by Speedboost onto the brawl. They wanted to try and match the composition at the very end there, but it just wasn't much time to do it in. You know, after you make those switches with only like 30 seconds on the clock, it's so difficult to get that dry push going against such a competent team like Yoinkers. Yeah, I mean, do you think Speedboost have it in them to do what Yoinkers did to them and hold them at first point?
Speaking of doing what they did to them, I'll change the scoreboard over.
Oh yes.
But yeah, I think they have the ability to. We've seen how strong they have been today, but Yoinkers have just have gone from strength to strength really as the scrim has gone on. And that was a really spectacular defense from them. They just played that perfectly, completely denying that double bubble composition. You know, denying any value from the double sniper composition that they were going for. The Tracer wasn't doing much either, and actually forced them to switch onto the brawl with only about a minute left on the clock. So
yeah,
I think now they have the right idea to start with this time. Team Speedboost, they are going to be able to put up much more of a fight, but you know, with the brawl on the flip side from Yoinkers going to come in straight away, and I think
it's looking like a complete mirror here. Both teams running the exact same thing.
Blimey, it's almost like they're watching the stream. No, I'm kidding.
Getting into it here, Yoinker's going to try and go immediately right. Really trying to immediately get that high ground, and Speedboost just
That's not where they're going. They're going all the way around the back. They're going around they're trying to get as close as possible to get the maximum value out of this brawl composition, and to avoid Maywalls. And the Maywall does come down, but it's not going to be able to completely block off Yoinkers. And they are getting in very close and personal now, and GDB getting a bit low there. Does have to back up a little bit. Shield gets low. The Maywall comes down, and that's just going to split them up a little bit. But they are going to begin their recontest now, and all they're looking for is one pick.
All the teams need is one pick. And there it is, Johnny Screams taking down the Ryan for Speedboost.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful, beautiful window in use there. And that's all they needed, Yoinkers. And now they're just going to be dealing with the staggerers now. As May going down. And yeah, they're just going to have to disperse off a point. The Lucio in the back line here is just going to be there to try and touch this before complete capture. Obviously, we played to completion in scrims. He's going to be able to come in for the contest there, but the rest.
Very nice attempt. Very nice attempt by Dirtmaster there. You can see him kind of flirt with the idea as he was all the way behind point, but yeah, he does manage to contest, but not for long.
What a play it would have been if it was a 1v6, but
oh yeah.
Sadly, very rare plays.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Yoinkers trying to take the high ground.
Yeah,
take the high ground here. Meet speed boost.
Yeah, they're trying to get the maximum advantage out of this Deadeye from King Raptor. Trying to get King Raptor, escort King Raptor up to that high ground so they can launch the Deadeye and create a lot of space. Meanwhile, all of this time, they are pushing the cart. D.Va on the cart there. Just push this, keep this going. And at the end of the day, cart progress is what is needed. And a slam! It's a huge slam! 3-man down, but the follow-up is...
Oh my god.
You know, it gets taken down themselves at the GDB, and you know, the picks are coming in now from Team Speed Boost, but big bomb in the back line from Exu takes down Bambi. CF Man taking down Zuko though. Ludwig getting the D-Mech on Exu, which is, I think, literally just remech'd after the D.Va bomb of their own. And GDB finds 2 though, and pretty even fight this one, but it does look like Yoinkers have just finally got the better edge.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of ultimates invested from both teams there. Speed do have a Shatter and a High Noon of their own to come up with. A very powerful combination, but Zuko with that freeze on the Mei, that can stop Speed Boost in their tracks for sure. Speed Boost are taking the high ground, looking to poke from above, and here's where they drop onto Yoinkers to get right into their face.
Yeah, and you can see Johnny Strings trying to keep their main tank alive there with that immortality field, but not able to be able to put it off. And there you go, the freezing there. But I mean, that being said, Johnny Strim's going to invest the window into this, and they are going to get picks in now. Yoinkers, they completely turned this fight. Without a main tank, they managed to push this car all the way to the end.
Incredible play by Yoinkers. I mean, good contest by Dirtmaster, doesn't manage to get it though, but yeah, Yoinkers with that incredible play managed to push it all the way without a main tank. Yeah, I'm actually stunned. Speechless, and they're just trying to push as aggressively as they can, really get Speed Boost to back off all the way into their spawn, and looks like they did it. They're hanging around this corner here, waiting for the cart to be pushed up by the D.Va on the side of Yoinkers. Yeah, and both teams have a Shatter of their own on board, both coming up on a sound barrier as well. So yeah, it's looking pretty even. It's looking pretty even coming into this, although Yoinkers do have a Deadeye of their own, and here comes the window on the side of Speed Boost.
Yeah, and that Mei wall getting completely destroyed instantaneously there because of that window, and Yoinkers just doing the smart thing, avoiding all the damage here. Exu needs to get out, and the Mei wall actually helping King Raptor, or lifting them up into the sky with that Deadeye, but wasn't able to find anything, and the slam comes down from Greymori Drago, but the counter shatter is even bigger. Beats come down from both teams, and there comes the bomb from Ludwig, finds GDB, and that does look like it's still an even fight here. This just keeps going on, and down comes the freeze. Gonna find both Exu and Zuko caught up in that, and that does mean that Team Speed Boost will finally win that fight.
Yeah, I mean, very messy fight, picks from both sides. It lasted a while, but Speed Boost manages to take it in their own. I really liked the rotation they did into the room to avoid the Deadeye. Completely denied King Raptor's Deadeye, although he is almost charged up 50-60% to another one. So yeah, Yoinkers looking to attack here. Speed Boost looking to do that again, hopefully. And here comes the windows from Yoinkers. Great wall by Zuko there, denying that window.
Yeah, Exu going straight up for that McCree of Pandy. Does not want to give any value to Pandy, especially when Pandy's sitting there with that Deadeye ready to use at a moment's notice.
Yeah, look at Zuko here, looking to just try and stay quiet, stay stealthy for a cheeky wall to just completely deny the push from Speed Boost to try and contest, and there it is.
And the slam comes down, going to deny the Deadeye, and there's the bomb going to be played right in the back line, going to force them all the way back. Deadeye from King Raptor coming down, going to get the D-Mech, but the kills coming in from Yoinkers, and 1 minute 56 seconds left on the clock. They are going to complete the map, and that's a very, very dominant performance on Blizzard World. Very dominant
play by Yoinkers there. Wow, I'm very impressed, honestly. The way they managed to cycle ults, the way they just kind of won the team fights in the face of all the ultimates that Speed Boost were throwing at them. Yeah, very impressive play. I really like the rotations they did to high ground as well. I think those were crucial for especially winning the first couple of points on both sides. Yeah, I mean, very good brawl display by Yoinkers.
Very, very impressive brawl display from Yoinkers, and obviously scrim not over as we go in for a 5th map. This one, Temple of Anubis. So we are going to see a 2CP map today. I was getting curious. But yeah, heading into Anubis for a 2CP. And this could be a time to see those Widow Jewels once again.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think Yoinkers are defending this one. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they play Temple of Anubis. I mean, like you were saying at the very beginning, it's one of those maps where you kind of, that second point, have to win very decisively because the respawns are just so quick. So quick indeed. And Yoinkers kind of going for a double bubble play here. You love to see it. And I think this is kind of like the reverse of what we saw on Blizzard World, where Yoinkers went for the brawl and Speed Boost went for the divey double bubble composition. And now we're kind of seeing the flip side of that. It looks like Yoinkers are planning on going for more of a double bubble, and it's Speed Boost this time, opting to do the brawl. You know, living up to their name with Dirtmaster on the Lucio.
Yeah, I mean, finally they're getting that Speed Boost name in the game, but going for that brawl composition again, the Maycree.
Yeah, it seems like a very popular combo at the moment. I mean, those May walls can be absolutely devastating. You can just divide the team in half. And her ult as well, incredible at zoning people away. If you get a big freeze, it just spells the end for the team for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got on the flip side, Yoinkers look like they're going to be playing this double bubble composition that they've played on Gibraltar.
Yeah.
So gonna be interesting what happens here, because we've seen when they go brawl v brawl that they were really quite dominant over Team Speed Boost in that brawl v brawl composition, but we haven't seen how they deal with a brawl coming at them when they're playing double bubble. I'll be surprised if they don't switch off this if they lose first point.
Yeah, I mean, brawl for second point is very powerful. You know, it's a nice enclosed space. Yeah, lots of places to kind of flank around, get right in the face of the team. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either if they switch to a brawl for this second point. But you never know. Maybe they show a really dominant display on double bubble on this first point. That's what they're hoping for anyway. I mean, I like where they're kind of grouping up. I like where they're kind of camping out here. Kind of quite out the way, not your usual spot for a point like this. Usually you opt for the high ground, but they're opting for something a little different. You know, maybe they're predicting the brawl and trying to stay kind of away on this higher ground, if you will, and looking to just kind of take the fights a little differently with their core on the far left side.
I mean, they're going to send Zuko over the top to try and get a bit of a scout through there. But yeah, I don't know what Team Speed Boost are going to think of this positioning. I mean, obviously they're just going to send GDB down there, and they're going to get the call and the rotation, but they're just going to get pretty much outflanked here as they go straight to point.
Ooh,
and GDB
with a huge pick on the back there. That is looking dangerous for Speed Boost, and there comes the Winston ult already into the room.
Insane speed in the way they charge that ult, and getting very, very close and personal in that room as well, and gonna get a lot of value out of that Winston there. Huge play from the main tank.
That was crazy. If he had not charged that ultimate, I mean, Speed Boost were doing wonders with that rotation. You know, very smooth, very solid, moving as a unit, just straight through to the room and then straight up onto the high ground onto point. And they almost had it. But GDB with the very quick monkey ult was just able to put it. And look, here they're going for the rotations again, looking to try and contest Yoinkers' core. A huge anti-nade onto Speed Boost.
Massive anti-nade gets the whole team here, and now the kills are going to come in. But GDB does get taken down in amongst all of that, and now without the Winston, they got to be very, very quick to try and get in to push this. And I think was that nano onto the Winston, just not.
Oh, I think it was.
Just didn't hit.
Quite see it, yeah.
Didn't quite land with the Winston before GDB got taken down.
Yeah, some very quick. They're looking to do the same thing again. Hopefully not getting caught by one of Johnny Scrim's anti-nades. But I say that too soon. 3 people anti. And the Mortality Field comes out, keeps them alive.
Yeah, Pandy, they're going to get that pick onto Johnny Scrims that they needed. They're taking down that Ana, that main source of healing. And now they're the ones controlling the high ground above spawn. And that's a huge counter pin there from Grimory Drago, knowing that the pin was going to come straight away from duplicated Reinhardt.
Ticking away on point here. A very decisive victory for Speed Boost. Yeah, some great rotations, great fight planning, and a huge immortality field by Bambi there, completely denying the fat nade that Johnny Scrims managed to weave in there somehow.
Yeah, I'm going to go into this fight, and it's going to be 5 ults to potentially just the 1. I mean, this is looking really scary if you're Yoinkers.
You're going to need a miracle play, and he might have just done it with 4 people anti, but it's just not enough. People get very low on the side of Speed Boost, but the sustain coming in from the sports is beautiful. And now the pressure's ramping up for Yoinkers.
Yeah, now they're going to use that window as that engagement tool that they need. That Speed Boost getting charged up, and there's that Mei ultimate as well. It's going to completely deny that Winston ult. Pandy going to take down King Raptor as well. Grab getting used. There's the shatter out of the grab, though, from Grimory Drago. Absolutely huge shatter there, getting out of Exu's grab with that tech.
It's crazy. Yeah, now Yoinkers are just wanting to contest. The copy is used on the side of Yoinkers, but it's just not on point. They need to get someone to contest here. The ball comes rolling in to try and get that point presence, but Team Speed Boost are holding on just enough to cap the point. A very good play by Team Speed Boost there. I mean, they had ults across the board. It was looking very threatening for Yoinkers. Very unfortunate, but I don't know, Yoinkers did seem like they had it in them in the first couple of defenses. You know, they held them for quite a while on the first point. And it's usually the other way around on a map like this.
Yeah, I mean, 3 minutes, 36 seconds on the clock. I mean, that was based off the fact that they had 5 ults going into that fight with the beat well on the way. And they just used them in a well-timed fashion. Grimory Drago just used that shatter just to get out of the grab, but still managed to find one with it as well. So that's huge play from them, and nice bit of flex of that they know how to use the tech.
The new Ryan tech, yeah. I mean, amazing play. Managed to escape out the grab with the shatter. Oh, you love to see it. Love to see plays like that, and yeah, it does look like kind of what we were expecting. Speed Boost sticking to that brawl, and Yoinkers probably going to match that brawl with a brawl of their own. But it's unusual. They're not holding high ground. They're holding this room here. You know, usually see them hold the high ground, especially with something like the Junkrat who can bounce nades around in a closed-in space. Because the usual rotation, if you're on attack, is to go left side, around there up to the high ground. But yeah, no, interesting positioning by Speed Boost. Let's hope it pays off in their favor. Yoinkers looking to match them with a similar comp. A Kree and a Junkrat of their own. Oh no, Yoinkers opting for the Echo and the Hanzo. So this could be good. A bit of aerial presence, love to see it.
Very interesting decision making here from both teams, doing something completely different. But I do like this Junkrat pick over the Mei that they've been using. It's just so strong in these close rooms on this first point. I do expect them probably to switch off that Junk if they end up defending second, but so much value from that is going to come in on this first point. But having said that, Zuko playing the Echo Exu on that Diva, very good aerial presence as well, and being able to eat a lot of the damage. You know, should be able to deal with that Junkrat a little bit better than some other brawl compositions we've seen.
Very yeah. I think Exu's going to have their work cut out. You know, trying to absorb and eat all of those nades coming out of Junkrat. Very good, strong pick from Yoinkers there. Could be looking to contest that Junkrat a little bit more, but yeah, like you said, he's just going to be firing nades all about the place, and yet again, it's a brawl meets brawl type situation. We'll just see what rotation Yoinkers decide to go for here. Whether they rotate to high ground, go straight through main, or maybe even just go straight right to try and contest Speed Boost directly. I mean, it's all in their hands at the moment as they come out of spawn with that Lucio Speed Boost. Diva coming up to high ground to scout out a bit, and here Speed Boost holding the high ground here. just like we expected, especially with that Junkrat to try and rotate to those close rooms. Yoinkers taking it a little slow.
Yeah, they just want to get a read here for where Team Speed Boost is set up, what they've brought with them, and then make a decision on where they're rotating. And they are rotating up this right-hand side, but they're going to get split up there, and Zuko getting very caught out on that Mei. But Immortality Field does come down from Team Speed Boost trying to keep teams alive. But picks do come in, but more picks coming in for Team Speed Boost. But, you know, Yoinkers with this spawn advantage, they should be able to get out and come back in with a 6v4 here, using that Lucio speed boost.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate Johnny Scrims got picked off a bit early there, and that without that BAP healing, it's just so difficult to keep the sustain up in long fights like this. But, I mean, look at Yoinkers now, they're not even waiting, they're going straight through, sending the Ryan through main while the rest of the team kind of groups up behind him. And here comes a tire.
Coming in straight on the top, it's a 4K! It's a beautiful tire from CF Man, and that is gonna send Yoinkers straight back to spawn. See ya, thank you. Come again.
Thank you, come again. That tire just incredible. He just kind of weaved it around, was waiting for the time to strike, and yeah, pulled it off. Crazy 4K, and that's gonna be Yoinkers looking to regroup again with only 22 minutes on the clock. I mean, it's still doable, and here they go, trying to do it, trying to push straight through main, it looks like.
Slam comes down, lands with 4, but GDB not getting slammed, is able to deny any follow-up, apart from Pandy getting down Zuko, but they are still forced out, though, Yoinkers, and this is a very good defense so far on first point from Team Speed Boost.
Yeah, very good defense, but they have been investing a lot of ults. You can see Yoinkers here coming across the board almost, with almost 6 ults. Lagging a bit behind on the window, but that's going to be huge to contest this point. I mean, they only just might have the sound barrier by Dirtmaster there, which could be used to deny a couple, but, I mean...
There goes the bomb straight over the top, finds Pandy! Perfect landing on the bridge there. Completely caught Pandy off guard, and Brigitte taking out the Rhine of Grimoire Drago, and Kim Raptor taking out Dirtmaster, and this is just Yoinkers unpicking the defensive Team Speed Boost.
Oh, this is where the pressure begins to build for Speed Boost here, because although it took them a while to get this first point, they're doing exactly what Speed Boost did, and they're coming into this second point with a lot of ultimates on the board. I mean, this is exactly what we saw Speed Boost do, where they had a lot of ultimates, so yeah, this could get very, very scary for Speed Boost, giving them a taste of their own medicine. Looking to push right side here, feed through onto point.
Right over the top, actually. Going to come down.
Ooh.
Maywall comes in, but it's not going to catch anything, and that is going to be a huge slam come down. The Mei eats the Mei ult getting eaten by the defense matrix of Ludwig. There comes a dragon from King Raptor, though. Does take down Dirtmaster. Ludwig with the bomb going to take down the mech of Exu. King Raptor finds Pandy, but there's the beat for the sustain for the remaining players. But there's the pin come down, but the beat going to keep Brigitte alive from that. CF Man, though, does take down Johnny Scrims, and they're just going to have to disengage now. Zuko, though, finding Dirtmaster, trying to make something happen, but yeah, Yoinkers making the right decision, disengaging.
Very, very disciplined play there by Speed Boost, you know. A lot of ultimates coming across the board, and they must have known it, because 3 of them hid in the room there. Just waited it out, you know, played it safe, and that was enough. That gave them enough time to kind of contest and only concede one tick to Yoinkers. So very good play by Speed Boost there. And I mean, look at this. Yoinkers have invested a lot of ults, but they're building up a lot of ults as well. You know, they got the dragon almost, they got the bomb. Yeah, I mean, they're looking to do a different rotation here, going around left side like we saw Speed Boost do.
Yeah, and there you go. That nice Maywall used there, trying to deny the damage of that window just long enough to be able to get the team out, and that's a very, very what's the word?
Very empty shatter.
Empty shatter. I mean, I was gonna say I can't find the word. Terrible. Anyway, window comes down from Yoinkers this time. There's the Maywall going to deny some of the damage, but not much. There's the bomb right through behind. Does find Grimoire Drago. A little bit unaware of where that ended up going. The Mayo again.
Eaten again.
Ludwig huge with these eats, and Yoinkers, though, they're still able to get onto point. They get 2 ticks now. Now it's just about trying to find that third, and there you go. They managed to get it. They may well gonna deny anyone getting onto point, and finally they got point. But it is Team Speed Boost with the map win there in the end.
Yeah, I mean, great play from both sides, for sure. Yeah, I mean, they both ended up going into that second point with ults across the board. And yeah, it was just all down to your kind of discipline that Speed Boost displayed there, you know? They hid in the room, waited out a lot of ults, and that gave them kind of edge. Made sure that their team wasn't wiped, and that gave them enough sustain to kind of tick the time bank down a little more, but...
I got it.
You got it?
I got the word. I did it. Optimistic. It's a very optimistic shatter. Coming for, you know, a good long-range shatter. Very optimistic here. But found the word, you know, NA Caster 101.
Oh, it's good. A good way of describing it as well. It was rather optimistic, reaching out there.
Oh, my word. We won't talk about it.
We won't talk about it. It's all good. It's all good. Coming into Ilios now. I mean, I don't know what to expect here in terms of compositions. Could run a brawl, could run a double bubble, could run a dive, a spam even. All of the comps. No idea what teams could pull out of the hat. Very interesting maps. I do hope Speed Boost, Dirt Master goes for the Lucio pick to get some of those boops off the map. And gotta love a good environmental kill, but I don't know if we'll see it. Depends what kind of thing they plan on playing.
Oh, we can switch to control.
Oh, get the scoreboard.
Pogu, I've done it. I'm ahead of the game.
Way ahead of me.
Yeah, catch up, bro.
Oh, no.
NA co-caster.
I guess you win this time.
Oh, nice. I'll tell you what, I do win. That's Hanzo 1v1s.
I mean, some say you are a top 500 Hanzo.
When you say some say, is that me when I'm dreaming, or?
I think it is only you who says that.
I'm more like a bottom 500 Hanzo than a top 500 Hanzo. But...
Bottom 500 Hanzo. I'd love to see the rankings. I mean, that is something. At least you win a title of something there.
I mean, if you can't do, you cast. That's the.
Yeah, I mean that does kind of make sense.
Yeah. And if you can't cast, teach.
Then you teach.
Is that? Then you can't do teach.
Who's slagging in the coaching stuff here now?
No,
they're gonna be on us.
I've got it ran the wrong way. You can't do teach if you can't teach cast.
Yeah. That's the
bottom
diagram.
of the pecking order. That's us.
Did it go around in a circle? So if you can't cast, then you play, and then it's like a feedback loop.
I don't think that's how it works.
Oh, I hope that's how it works. one day I will climb. I believe. Yeah, I mean, I think both teams are taking a break after those intense and very close games. Just trying to find the kinks in each other's armor, I guess.
Yeah, just trying to find something, and it's been very interesting. Obviously, Team Speed Boost going up 2 maps to 0, and then Yoinkers coming back.
A reverse sweep.
A dominant showing on Blizzard World, but then losing out on Anubis.
I mean, both teams are very close. Speed Boost do seem to kind of have the edge. That being said, I don't want to jinx it as we come into this map. Yeah,
we're jumping into Ilios, and just to answer that quick question, SR of the scrim is about 3.6 to 3.7, I believe. Don't hold me to it. I think it's around 3.7 though.
Look at this rotation that Yoinkers are doing, going basically to Speed Boost spawn.
It's a long way around, but it's working out for them. They're going to take the high ground above spawn. I mean, the objective not open yet. They're going to chase down this Brig Eater, and they're going to take down Dirt Master. Getting caught out of position, but Zuko getting picked off. It's going to make things even. And Team Speed Boost obviously getting to point first. I'm going to get the first cap, but they're getting chased right off the map, and that's a huge knock off the map there. Forces to translocate from the Sombra. It is Ludwig and Pandy with the kills needed here. GDB though, trying to find something back, just getting that hammer out, swinging away, gets taken down. Exu's mech gets taken down as well, and that's going to be the end of the fight really here for Yoinkers. And Team Speed Boost 25% after that first fight. That's pretty good going.
Yeah, I mean, great rotations by Team Speed here. You know, they just... I don't know whether they saw Yoinkers go for that wild rotation all the way back, but they clustered up onto point, and it paid off. They got that initial point cap and managed to defeat the brawl on point with their Winston Zarya. Yeah, Yoinkers coming into the pack room here, trying to catch off the backline, but not finding anybody. Oh, Maywall to the high ground.
Oh my word, you love it. The Lucio climbing up there as well, but there's the grab, and then the bomb dropped down underneath to try and deny anyone following up on that grab. It's a smart bomb in the end, you know, the Winston ult, the Primal coming down, and the Nano as well, and you have the Nano straight on after the Primal. But yeah, Ludwig and Grimmer Drago on the tanks, just being that difference maker at the moment. That double bubble composition really working out.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, CF Man on the Sombra here, he's getting some very valuable packs. I mean, he hacked some very valuable hacks. Sorry, he hacked GDB initially there, and he didn't have the shield, and that just allowed Speed Boost to dish in a whole load of damage. And the clock is ticking for Yoinkers here, and they initiate with a window.
Oh, EMP comes down. Man, that's a huge EMP. He does connect with 4, but High Noon from King Raptor does find Grimmer Drago, and meanwhile, Exu on the Diva is getting onto point, taking that capture, and King Raptor just getting the kills in. Just like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, that's what you needed. I mean, with a massive EMP like that, King Raptor saw his moment and took it. And that ultimately made Yoinkers win the fight. Very nice play by King Raptor there. They're looking to kind of hold the enemy's high ground, hold up nice and close, and Speed Boost kind of making a plan, scouting out, trying to see what to do, and here they are rushing into high ground, trying to take it back.
Oh, and the beat comes down, and the slam! Ooh. It only finds one though, but is it going to be enough? They do get the charge kill coming in there as well, a lot of headshots coming down as well. Beautiful play from Team Yoinkers to actually get up there and fight up on that high ground. GDB though getting very low with that anti, but the support is there from Johnny Scrims and Brigitte.
God, these fights are literally won by a hair, you know. Bambi with a huge nade, getting 2 people down to pretty much 1 health. But Yoinkers manages to take it back, you know. These fights are very close, they're getting up onto 60%. Yeah, all Speed Boost need to do is have 1 sure fight win.
Yeah, and they're doing really smart, only investing like 1 or 2 to go back and deal with the Tracer on point. And that Sombra on point, while leaving the rest of the team to still contest this high ground, but down goes the main tank of GDB, and that's a huge E from Exu! It's a huge E! Wow. Exu now coming down, takes down Ludwig as well, as you know, just a little bit extra in the face there to eat that grab, but I mean, having said that, here comes the resurgence from Team Speed Boost.
Yeah, I mean, despite that, they're really dominating this point. 3 on point. You got the support, the tank, and the DPS, and it's pushed into overtime by Speed Boost. Doomfist coming in here, looking to contest. They're looking to go in 1 by 1. But Lucio picked off pretty quick. Can the Bat make it? Only just not quite.
Body blocked by the Winston. Oh my.
Oh my word. I mean, very close. Speed Boost I think Speed Boost can hold their head high. That was a very good win by them, you know, very dominant play. They managed to push it up to 99%. And although they did concede about 60, 70, 80%, they managed to win it back. So, yeah, very good play by Speed Boost. But we are going on to a different map now, one where we might see a little bit more of Widow plays. I know that Pandy, especially, is very competent on the Widow, and King Raptor can follow suit as well, but I don't know. Maybe they choose to play the Widow depending on the comps that they switch to, but yeah, very close games, I gotta say, very close games.
The advantage of obviously spectating scrims is you do get the added stats on the top of the screen here.
Oh yeah.
Damage dealt, damage taken, final blows, deaths, heals dealt, ults used, etc. And we can see A big difference sort of in the tank line in terms of where they get their damage from.
Hmm. Is that, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that 6 ultimates for D.Va on the side of Yoinkers?
Yeah, that counts remix as well as
Ah, I see.
bombs. It's not the most accurate number to use.
I was gonna
Um,
say, 'cause that's very impressive getting six bombs in.
I know.
That's the wacky
Oh,
stuff.
oh my word.
It's good to see. I think all round though, the stats seem to be pretty even.
I mean the tank line from Speed Boost getting a lot more damage though by the looks of things.
Yeah,
I mean
that's true. And
that's
those, sorry, you go.
yeah. The Sombra though getting mad amounts of damage from Yoinkers. Insane.
Insane.
I don't know. I don't know
Ah,
whether they were playing Sombra on the last map, or what they were playing on the last map. But that's a lot of damage coming in there. So yeah, it's just where the damage is coming from by the looks of it. More from the tanks
Hmm.
from
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, for sure. And getting those
Speed
tanks to
boost.
have ultimates, you know, those tank ults are very crucial to winning fights. We're going to see a Sim TP for Yoinkers here, looking to get to the point a bit quicker. I think Pandy did something similar of their own, but they're both going to meet at the same time here, both clashing at the same time. And just kind of taking the fight slow, getting fixed. Speed Boost trying to initiate a dive, but this Ryan by DBD has been very brutal, kind of not giving up any space whatsoever. An amazing boot by Dirtmaster. There goes the Sombra off the map.
Yeah, but Johnny Scrim's taking down Dirtmaster on the flip side, so it's pretty even so far. Pretty even. Both main tanks down as well. I mean, this is pretty much 4v4 right now. Exu, though.
Huge nade. Huge nade by Bambi onto the D.Va.
Yeah, getting naded and getting stuck in this room, and the D-Mech does come out now, and this is now about who can get back quicker, the Ryan or the Winston, and it does look the Ryan of GDB is going to get there, but not as fast as the Winston of Grimmer Drago. But Grimmer Drago pushing in too deep, gets taken down, and now Yoinkers, they have the main tank advantage, and they're able to push onto this point, and they're chasing Ludwig and the rest back. You've got the Reaper of Zuko in the back line, making a nuisance, and there's the
Huge
EMP.
Oh, it's a huge EMP. But Yoinkers are still getting fixed, still pushing through it. Just taking the EMP on their shoulders. But I don't think they're going to be able to contest as the rest of the members of Speed come through here. They do manage to flip the point, but is it going to be flipped for long? Members of Speed have fully regrouped and they're looking to try and push this. Here comes the Nano Winston to dive into Yoinkers' face. Falls back a bit to cap the point, and there's the point capture for Speed. But Yoinkers are kind of regrouping, you know, they're there, they're ready. Taking it a little bit slow. You can see ultimates-wise, it's pretty even at the moment, although Yoinkers do have both tank ults online, as well as a sound barrier, which could be crucial for winning the next couple of fights.
A window comes down, there's a lot of damage coming down through that. And there's a Winston onto that back line, getting pushed around, and there's a big pulse bomb from Pandy, and finds the kill onto Brigitte, and without a support, they got to get out now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge pick by Pandy. That's going to give him a lot of ticks on point. When both supports are down, you just gotta get out there. Absolutely no sustain. But yeah, picking off the final few members of Yoinkers, as Yoinkers try and regroup here with about 40% on point and counting for Speed.
Yeah, but 9 ult, not 9, but my word, that would be a lot of ults. 5 ults coming in for Yoinkers.
That is true. That is true. They're going to hit hard with these 5 ults. That is for sure. Dirtmaster's sound boost is looking ever more crucial, but King Raptor picks up Pandy early.
They might not need an ult here. They might be able to just take this without an ult, but they are going to invest that Shatter, trying to get that Winston on the floor, but the bubble coming in going to deny that.
Oh my god, the anti gets 4.
Bomb comes down, does find Grimmery Drago at the back line. Zuko taking out CF Man, but it's not going to be enough. There is the ult from Zuko. The DM onto Zuko. Going to deny any antis or sleeps coming through, and that's just going to be enough to secure the point.
Yeah, I mean, good contest by Dirtmaster there, especially using that beat just to get a few extra more ticks and push it up to 80%. Which is quite a lot to deal with for Yoinkers here, but they didn't invest too much. They still have the EMP, do have the sound barrier online, but I mean, Speed do have an EMP of their own and a nano, and that nano could be crucial for this first engage fight.
Yeah, I mean they're not using these EMP bombs that we've seen Hyunkataek pull off so many times before. Instead, they're just electing to just go for the follow up on the EMPs just on the solo. But I mean, if you can follow up on an EMP as a team and sort of get the value out of the EMP without needing another ultimate, why not?
I mean, yeah, that would be huge. One ultimate to win a fight is always welcome. And yeah, they both teams still have the EMP. It looks like Speed got a bit. Some picks got picked off a bit early, so they had to regroup. Oh, here comes the EMP.
4-man EMP, very beautiful play coming down, and Zuko gonna find Bambi in the back line. Meanwhile, there is a little bit of a threat on point from Pandy.
Oh yeah, and they went back to kind of contest point, and that left Johnny Scrims open. Yoinkers with that pick is going to be huge. There's not much healing for Yoinkers now, and this could be where Speed flips it back.
Yeah, but the beat invested from Brigitte are going to keep the rest of the team alive. But there's the EMP. The bomb comes down, but there's nothing there. Grav comes down, and again trying to use that tech to get out of the Grav, but gets launched straight back into it. And the nano onto the Winston is going to be massive here, as Exu gets taken down 2. And does look like it's going to be a final fight win for Team Speed Boost. And it does look like they're going to get the contest there with King Raptor, but that's going to be it.
Here comes the window inside of Yoinkers, their only ultimate that they needed to invest. It's just not enough though. Now they're just looking to contest for as long as possible. Zuko does manage to get 2 with the Reaper roll.
Yeah, it finds 2, but gets deleted as a result in the backline. GDB though finding Gregory Drago and Ludwig. The ball pick versus the Sombra. Obviously had to switch onto that ball to be able to get back to point in time, but it's not a pick you want to make if the opposition is running that Sombra.
Yeah, I mean, amazing onto the Tracer there just to deny Pandy that contest, and the Winston does manage to cap just in time. Oh, Speed do need to pull something out of the hat for this one.
And there's the EMP, and Ludwig is going to be pretty dead in the water as ball there, but Gregory Dargo did manage to get that ult up before the EMP, throwing people around there, and getting very low, getting focused down, taken down. King Raptor managed to get that kill. Ludwig finds 1 though, and it's still an even fight. It's very, very messy as the hat comes onto the ball. Ball does get taken down now, but Pandy not able to touch, and it's going to be Yoinkers that do scrape ruins on Ilios.
Yeah, I think you put it perfectly there. Scrape is just the perfect word to use. That was so close. That was so close. I mean, contested forever. And the ultimate usage from both sides. Amazing hack from both sides, I have to say. Those EMPs were absolutely huge. And although they didn't get a huge EMP bomb combo, they managed to play a good EMP dry push combo, I reckon. You know, they don't even need to invest the ults to follow that up. They just need the full team.
Absolutely, just beautiful play from them. Absolutely beautiful play.
Yeah, I mean, these games are, I don't know about you, but I feel like they're getting closer and closer with every game that we watch.
Yeah, I mean, these teams, they're so close to the scoreboard, shows it as well. And we're going to well on Ilios. 1-1 the score on Ilios. 3-2 the map score. These teams are going head to head here, and I think if Yoinkers had a little bit more time to get warmed up, I do think it might have been 3-2 Yoinkers, but it's too close to call. I think Speed Boost obviously turning up with a bit more of a rhythm, as it were, was able to get things on the score, get those 2 map wins, early map wins, and I think Yoinkers have been fighting back since, and they've been doing a good job fighting back too.
Oh, we got a nice aerial composition going here with the pharmacy on the side of Yoinkers. Looking to get that aerial presence. CF Man does get hacked. Doesn't manage to get picked off though. Yeah, still kind of an even fight. No one's died yet. Oh, just as I say that, the Winston managed to pick off Sombra from Yoinkers, and Speed are up 1.
Yeah, I mean, Zuko just trying to get a lot of value off this Pharah. It's getting sort of uncontested damage on this Pharah, but has to now find a little bit more of a safe hidey hole as the damage coming in, and actually gets caught out by CF Man. And Exu just going to take the quick way back to spawn along with Brigitte. Brigitte. I'll get the Brigitte. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, especially once you're demeched as a diva, you're gonna want to die. Throw yourself off the edge of the map just to get that mech back. Yeah, some good harassment by Pandy onto the side of Yoinkers, slowing down their push. But Yoinkers are looking to try and take this point back from Speed.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing their best job. They're getting the Farah, trying to make value out of this when they're clumping up. And they're going to get 4 very quick kills in succession. 5 quick kills in succession there. All of the team pretty much getting on that kill feed from Yoinkers. A beautiful team play.
Beautiful team play. Yeah, they just kind of hit him like a well-oiled machine and managed to get those quick picks. A team kill, even, inside of Yoinkers. So yeah, that's a definite fight win, but they do only have like 10-11%, while Speed have 40% of their own. So maybe next fight, if Speed can cap this quick, point ticks would still be even. I mean, ultimate-wise, Speed do kind of look a little bit on top at the moment. Saying that, Yoinkers are coming up on Mines and EMP. So,
yeah, I mean, they're looking for a big EMP here, Speed Boost. That's what CF Man is doing where they are, and I think they're just gonna have to wait for the support line to get into position before they press Q. But that's exactly what's going to go down right now. There's the EMP.
Ooh.
It connects with the Mercy, and the anti's big as well onto that Barra. But you know, Zuko does manage to find Bambi.
Both supports down for Yoinkers, and here comes the mine for Yoinkers, just looking to contest it.
Oh,
And he catches 2!
It's a beautiful minefield there, and you know, the Exu also going to get demeched by CF Man. But Yoinkers with that minefield actually going to flip that fight, but that was a huge EMP combo there. A denial onto the barrage as well was beautiful, immediately taking down Zuko. But it's now going to be down to whether King Raptor can find this EMP and whether Yoinkers can get the engagement of this time.
Yeah, they're looking to push Pandy on
And
behind.
there it is!
The EMP!
It's 5. It's a big EMP, and Zuko finds 2. Both supports down straight away, coming around the backside here. Grab being used here. They had to, otherwise they won't be able to touch point in time. But it does look like Pandy and the Zarya of Ludwig is just going to hold point just long enough. But GDB takes down Ludwig, and there's now no real presence on point for Team Speed Boost other than that EMP.
Here comes
It's
the
going to give
Nano
us a
Monkey.
sustain.
Oh, this could be what Speed are looking for. The bomb doesn't manage to catch anyone. The amazing boop onto the Hammond there on side of Speed, and it looks like Speed are gonna cap this point.
Dirt
Amazing.
Master, oh my word! The big brain actually jumped in the well, wall rided around it to avoid the bomb.
Wow. Oh my god. They're just playing on another level. Actually, 500 IQ.
It's like, oh, everyone avoids the well. I'm going straight in it, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, and then Speed on the back of that fight are looking very powerful with an EMP of their own and manages to catch 1. No picks off the back of it though.
Yeah, it's not the biggest EMP. Ludwig, their big sort of target there on that main tank precision there, but that's a huge boop from Ludwig onto GDB.
Huge boop. Zuko responding of their own, and then the Winston catches the Mercy for Yoinkers.
Oh, but they hack onto the Farah as well, and that's going to follow up with a kill as well. And actually now Team Speed Boost look the most likely to win this map right now. Yoinkers with 2 coming back from spawn late in the game here, and potentially even more to get sent down in the hack onto GDB on that ball. That does get there to be able to touch, as does Johnny Scrims on the Lucio, but the ball getting taken down. Barrage comes down, takes down the ball of Ludwig, but this is very, very scrappy here, and this is a very intense fight, and it could go either way. The Winston, forcing the Diva off the point here, but Yoinker's doing a very good job coming back on the point. King Raptor finds 1. Pandy and CF Man find 1. Exu finds 1. You don't know which way it's going to go. It's going back and forth. GDP though, coming back, does find 1. Diva getting demeched. Oh my god.
What is going on? Yoinkers do look like they are on top though. The hack on the ball and the EMP onto the ball. Ludwig just going to drop down. Yeah, it looks like Yoinkers are going to have this, and now Speed just don't want to give it away. They just don't want to give it away. They just want to get the contestant.
I can't say it's over until this is over. This is intense. This was even bigger than, more intense than the last one.
Amazing boop!
They
Oh my
get
God.
booped off point as well, though, and Yoinkers just give it up
Score.
with that. Oh my word!
I'm actually speechless. That was probably one of the most
What?
intense games I've ever seen.
My
What was that ending
word!
fight?
I'm glad I've still got some water left after that.
Yeah. My God, the plays were just back to back. Amazing boots by the Hammond from Yoinkers and by Dirtmaster. Oh, that was just incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And this is why we cast scrims. How entertaining was that match? Oh my word!
That was
Woo.
crazy.
Who doesn't want to catch this kind of stuff, right?
Who could have predicted that as well? Like, it looked like Yoinkers had that on the up, and then Speed just, I don't know, they pulled it out the bag. They wanted a miracle, and they got it.
Unbelievable.
That was absolutely unbelievable.
Oh my god. I hope we're going to get some interviews in
Hopefully.
from Yoinkers at the very least, and potentially from Team Speed Boost if they had the Twitch link and were watching. It'd be great to have them join us for an interview as well, but it will be down to whether they have the link and are watching. I suppose I could message in game chat, but they're all gone. They've gone.
They're out of there. They're exhausted. I mean, after a game like that.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that was. I'm exhausted. Never mind them.
Everyone's brains are just aching after that game. We had some 100 IQ plays across the board from both teams. I love the Lucio wall riding in the well to avoid the bomb.
That was huge. Oh my! What a map to end it on as well. Unbelievable plays.
Crazy. I'm actually speechless. I don't even know if I could do that game justice by summing it up.
I can't think you can sum that up. It was just.
You had to be there. You had to be there.
Oh jeez, my boys. Phoenix Tears in chat with what a map, and I think that was even before we got to that last point. It got even. My word.
We have to have scrims like that again for sure. Like, those teams were so close. There was no definite winner. Even despite the scoreboard, I feel like those games were way too close.
It would have been easily a 3-3 if Yoinkers had showed up from the get-go. I think it took a little bit of time to get warmed up, but once they'd warmed up, they really showed Team Speed Boost what they're made of. But you know, it's incredibly close. Incredibly close. We're seeing the chat come through as a 2 minutes delayed, and they've got that excitement that we had about 2 minutes ago, and oh, the heartbeats are still racing, I tell you.
Actually crazy. My voice is hurting after trying to rap all of that out.
My word.
Ooh.
Need a cup of tea. I think my vocal cords are dying.
Yeah, oh my god, I need one too. I need to sit down. I need to review that game, man. There's so much going on.
Well, you're telling me you need to sit down. Are you not sat down?
I need to lie down, actually, after that. I need a nap. Oh, some great VODs to review as well from both teams. Some great practice in there from them.
Unbelievable. And we need to get you a new RAM stick.
We do. I apologise for the mess that was the start of that scrim.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Couldn't handle it.
Don't worry about it. That's why we do these practice casts when you're with me or Proxy, so that if something does happen like that, we can take over and make sure that the cast can still go ahead. But you know, these things happen, man. Like, don't feel bad about it. All right, I know that's easier said than done, but don't feel bad about it at all.
Cheers, man. Cheers, man. I'm glad you were there so we could catch that scrim, because if we had missed that, I would have been furious.
I mean, I'm so glad we had that one. My word.
Yeah. Yeah. I think both teams just kind of left after that one. They were gone. They wanted to recuperate. So I don't think we're going to be getting any interviews unless you manage to drag someone in.
There's Ludwig there. It's like in chat, but obviously won't see the.
We might have to call it there then if no one wants to come up with interviews. I don't blame them, honestly. I would be exhausted after that.
Well, I used the chat because obviously it's a 2-minute delay. To
Oh,
see
yeah.
if Ludwig wants an interview. But
We'll
it'd be
wait
great
for
to get
Ludwig.
Team Speed Boost in.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sure. I really hope we have more scrims with them in the future as well, because
That was
so
close.
close.
That was close.
Oh yeah.
Masters
sure.
games are close.
Yeah.
When it's
Yeah.
when it is two like actual Masters teams, and not Masters teams with like a 3.9k DPS and then diamonds.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, you saw it today. They just played like a big unit, you know. They just played all together as a team, and there were so many times when you thought the fight was won because a big ultimate was used. It manages to catch a lot, but then the other team just hold on and somehow managed to scrape it back out of just pure like dry fight skill. You know what I mean? It just catches you off guard, you know. Especially high elo teams like this, like you were saying. They're so coordinated. I love the rotations, especially that cheeky one Yoinkers did a couple of maps ago. Went all the way to their spawn and then round up to the high ground. Love to see the cheeky rotations.
oh my word, the rotations were really good from Yoinkers. I mean, Team Speed Boost with the out rotation from Yoinkers. Yoinkers went all the way around the back, and they're just like,
Yeah.
nah, see ya, we're going straight to point.
Nah, you're leaving point open. We take point, and yeah.
And that's
Played
exactly
off
what
on
happened
that
on Lighthouse. So, oh my word.
Whew. Some great games. I really hope someone makes a montage out of those because it was just play after play.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of montages, clips out of that scrum. Absolutely. Oh my word.
It's crazy.
I can't even describe those fights.
Yeah, it's so difficult as well when
They're-
so much is going on, and they
they're-
last forever as well.
There's no metaphor for them. There's no simile or anything.
Can't come up with it. Just can't. Can't do it justice.
Anyway, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting an interview today, so I think we'll just close off with a few summary words from our color caster Spaghettios.
Yeah, I mean, who could have predicted the games that came out today? Very close. Major plays from both sides. Honestly, I can't even sum it up. Just too good. You're going to have to rewatch it and see for yourselves how good the games were, because, yeah, absolutely impeccable play from both sides.
Impeccable, absolutely. Oh, Venox 64. Oh, sorry, 64 Venox. My bad. With those 10 bits as well. There.
Let's go.
Absolute pog. Thank you so much for the bits and a 3-month subscriber as well. Oh my word.
Ooh.
Huge. We like to see
Love to
our
see it.
subscribers joining us in chat. And
Very nice.
absolutely 19 viewer average as well by the looks of it as well. So thank you for joining us for the scrim. And I know there'll be a lot of you catching this up on replay, but we will be seeing you very soon, and see you tomorrow at 7 PM for the
Yeah.
next one.
See you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.